All that being said, folks, there's a clip of Gavin Newsom that's going viral from the press conference where they announced that they were rolling out this measure to undo the will of California voters. And here's a clip.
Who are responsible for these maps? It's ultimately Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas and Senate Pro Tem Mike McGuire. They are not here to answer our questions about ultimately these maps. I know, I'd love to. This is the second time they haven't shown up when a ballot measure is placed on the ballot by the legislature to answer questions from reporters. My question is, if those two end up running for Congress after this, how could that impact this campaign? How could that impact this campaign? I mean, considering voters did not want politicians drawing lines for themselves.
You have to ask them. You have to ask them.
Now, for context here, folks, we've got a very bizarrely twitching Greasy Gavin, constantly touching his nose, shifting around, looking distracted, the kind of behavior that, let's just say, has sparked a lot of speculation online. I'm not going to make a medical diagnosis here, but you don't have to be a body language expert to notice he looks more like a guy trying to hide something than a governor answering for his state. And what's he doing while he fidgets? Well, he's dodging questions about whether two of his top legislative allies, Robert Rivas and Mike McGuire, conveniently drew new congressional maps that might benefit their own careers. Instead of addressing the obvious conflict of interest here, Greasy Gavin just shrugs and says, "You'll have to ask them." This isn't just a brush off. It's emblematic of California politics today, folks. The party that once bragged about independent redistricting commissions now hides behind evasions while insiders carve up power for themselves, and the governor acts like a spectator to corruption happening right under his nose. Literally. It's a perfect snapshot of how Democrats govern. It's a rhetoric of fairness on the surface, but under it all, a one-party authoritarian machine that rewrites the rules to keep themselves in charge. And so the question becomes, how much longer can we tolerate of the Democrats in charge who shrug off accountability while rewriting the rules in favor of themselves and their party? At what point do we stop treating evasion smirks and empty slogans as politics as usual and start recognizing them for what they are? Symptoms of a system that thrives on distraction and decay. If the Democrats tasked with guarding fairness are the ones quietly rigging the game, what does that say about the health of our constitutional republic? Or about us, if we let that slide? These moments aren't just about political gossip, folks. They're windows into the machinery of power. And the more you look, the more obvious it becomes that the stories we're told rarely match the reality behind the curtain. So ask yourself, are you seeing the play they want you to watch? Or are you paying attention to what's really happening behind the scenes? You tell me what you think in the comments down below. Hope you have a terrific day. Peace.